Sup? YouTube live mic about to pop off. I'm about it. Mike Nav trading New York session on YouTube. Here we go. Pin that. Sick. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sí, todavía enseño en una academia. Claro que sí. I am for life. ¿Cómo están, chicos? This camera is clean. It's the camera compliments. I appreciate y'all. All right, so let's dive into it, guys. I'm gonna share my stream here. Share my screen. Let's see here. I think this way you guys will see. All right, perfect. Cool. We're good. Good to go. So yeah, anyways, we had some volatility this morning. You know, we saw an hour before New York opened, right? We saw everything pop off. Just a little push to the upside before everything dumped. Really dumped. So we do have, right, this little bullish push, something light to the upside before everything started melting, and then started melting again. We played off of this, the iconic, Pepe Frog movement where the market drops off, a little bit of bullish sentiment. This attracts retail buyers and then dumps off again. So we have seen some bearishness across the board on indices. You'll see the same type of movement that happened off the 7:30 a.m. Central news. Let me. This is going crazy down here. Let me close this out. All right, 1 second. Here we go. So, with that being said, I was waiting for pullbacks all the way up to here across the board on indices. And everyone here that's on IG, what's good, guys? Good to see y'all. I'm trading live on YouTube, so y'all can plug in there if you want to. I'll hop off here off of IG in a little bit, but anyways, so this little push happened across the board, right? Nas, S&P, and US 30. So I was looking to trade and sell off these indices after we saw this bullish push to the upside as well. And then we got price right to the zone, dropped off again. S&P, same thing, literally just tapped it, fell off. NASDAQ was actually the one that didn't get to this level. But at this point, with indices, to be honest, I think they're just doing their thing. I think we've already seen the push to the downside. The way we saw price react off of this orchestrated push to here, this is it. Like this right here is the sell-off. This is what we would call the mitigation. So I'm not in this anymore, or I'm not in this period. I never got into this, and I'm not looking to sell in this zone. Now, price could come back all the way over here. That's still valid, right? Seeing price pull all the way over here, that's still valid. IG, if you're confused, I'm live on YouTube, so just go over here, right? Let's do stuff this way. And we'll go ahead and do that. So actually, I can change the title of this, right? Can I make you a moderator, babe? Let me see here. I'm trying to internet right now. I'm trying to do some YouTube things. Let's see. Earnings. All right, whatever. So I'm gonna hop off of here, guys. IG, goodbye. And then I want to have this YouTube chat open. I'm gonna be plugged in with y'all over here. All right, I guess YouTube is installing on my phone again. That's convenient. So right now, what are we seeing? We're seeing liquidity clearing these lows. Cool. On S&P, seeing the same thing go down right now on US 30. And then we're seeing NAS continue to push low. Cool. So if I'm not in anything right now, so chances are I probably won't be trading today with indices, in particular, any sells right now. Now we can zoom out and we can take a better look at where is price going. What is price looking for right now? And we can go back, to price action on January 23rd, which is actually my birthday. But we can go to this price action here and see, is there residual money, right? Is there money left over here from some orchestrated sells that needs to get cleared out? So we can go take a look at that. We can go investigate, see what's the word over here. So let's go back in time to January 23rd, and let's see what's good here. And you can see, all right, price goes down. Actually, that's not January 23rd. I'm just ridiculous. It's the 31st, 2023. My bad, guys. My bad. I don't mean to confuse anybody. So what do we have here, right? On the 31st, we do see price make quite the drop here. So we do see price intentionally take these lows, leave imbalance, and then even leave just kind of like consolidate liquidity behind here. So this could be a point of reversal, but we would want to definitely keep in mind what US 30, what S&P could be doing at these levels. So we're at 1145, right? 11,845-ish. That's where I would be looking for some reversals in the market. We're still not quite there. So I'm gonna place an alert here. Let me zoom out here real quick. So we're looking for this all over here. All right. Something like this, we may see a response here, but we have to think about US 30 and S&P. I never ever trade without being aware of what price action is looking like with those. So, man, this is bonus. I can't see the chat off my phone, so I'm gonna just look at it here. Oh, what's up, guys? Oh, this chat is bumping. What's good, friends? Slanging pips. We got Siva out here. What's good? Can you do your Go Live on YouTube? Cam is clean. I can just use my camera on Go Live. Give some insights that I should follow to pass the prop challenge. I feel like that's very demanding. I can give you some insights here. So passing challenges, that's a really good question. When it comes to doing that, I've personally passed about, I think, 5 in the last week, give or take. And the reason I was able to do that was because I wasn't I didn't have 5 different phones trading 5 different accounts at the same time. I was trading one account and then that copied to the rest of my accounts. But I think the key to trading challenges and things like that, I think you just have to know yourself really well in terms of what's your risk tolerance. Do you know your win rate? Are you actually familiar? Like, do you trust yourself to trade disciplined? Can you actually do that for a long period of time? And then I think the number one reason that good traders don't pass has to do with the time aspect. We get in our heads about having 30 days or whatever the time is going to be. But the reality and tip that I would keep in mind would be that the truth is that there's not really a restriction on time, right? There's really not. The restriction on time doesn't really exist, and here's why. If you're in profit by the time the market, like if you're even a dollar, a penny in profit by the time your 30 days are over, most firms allow you to give an extension. You can just extend and you're cool. So usually they'll give you 14 days, 28 days. So you really don't have 30 days. You kind of have like 2 months. even with the first one. So if you didn't know that, now you do. You can definitely ask for an extension if you need it. And you can go ahead and do that. So I think the time aspect is what influences a lot of it, and you kind of get in your head about it. And I get it because trading, there is no time limit in the true nature of trading. There's not. But sometimes we just get all, we get all riled up. But anyways, guys, going back to what I'm looking at here with the market and with Nasdaq, the whole, it just dropping and dropping and looking to catch the buy. Well, I'd say it's a little dangerous. We're playing off of price action from the 31st of January, which is still relevant, but keeping in mind what US 30 and S&P could be doing and looking back that much, we would want to make sure that S&P and US 30 are also in reversals in zones like a points of interest at that time as well. But you're better off selling, right, across the board. So right now, keep in mind it's Friday, right? End the week off. If you're going to finish trading this week, don't rush into anything, right? Don't give the market your money back. You earned it. So chill. It's okay. And just take the quality setups. For me, we already saw S&P and we saw US 30, mitigate these buys, these orchestrated buys over here. So I'm not looking to sell anything. This went down over here. Okay, that setup is over. S&P, same thing. It went down right here. This is over. Nas didn't quite get to it, but S&P and US 30 did. So I'm calling it a day. Even if Nas gets back to this level, I'm done. If price were to go all the way back over here, then I would be paying attention to that. And again, when we're trading indices, we want to understand the divergence, the correlation, and the divergence. So, hold up. What's your battery at? This thing is like draining my battery for some reason. It's probably the camera. This camera too crispy, just gutting my battery. But with that being said, we were looking at GU, right? I actually didn't double check this, but what's up? Oh, sick. So GU still pushing nicely, right? Slowly but surely working its way out of this zone. We talked about this on the stream, on yesterday's stream as well. So everyone that was on Go Live, y'all saw this one. And price right now has pushed up about 36 pips. Was waiting for my entry. It just kind of actually, did I pull the trigger on this one? I don't think I ended up doing that. Let's see here. All right, YouTube's good to go. Now I can see the chat. Lit. Nas to 10K, Senor Navarrete. All right, word. I definitely like long term for sure. Long term, I got Nas going way down. Here's where I got Nas going. Let's zoom out. Big zoom. Hold up. Wait, is this even the chart that I'm trying to look at? I got Nas going to like 8 and under. So I got Nas going all the way down here. Big drops. I got US 30 hitting back to 20. I think we're just getting started. They just finished maintenance. I'm already in momentum over here, man. What news caused a big drop? 7:30 a.m. I forgot what news it was. A session with Darwin Lopez. All right, cool. Scamdemic, a pandemic. Could there be another one? Definitely would not rule it out for sure. But yeah, I see a massive drops. Like I think we still have all these COVID candles to come close out. I think we have all this happening. You know, I was showing you guys the other day how the orchestration of COVID mitigated the candles that printed when Trump got elected. So this was Trump money, and then we closed that out off of the pandemic right over here. So Rodrigo, libra dólar, bro. Si no entraste, ya no. Eso se fue ya. Eso corrió. When am I coming to Switzerland? When are we going to Switzerland? I mean, we'll be out there in Rotterdam. Yeah. After this session, definitely go to Siva's 100%. Also, if y'all didn't know, Iffy is officially an educator now. Y'all that follow Trade House, it's just Monopoly now. It's lit. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, big picture. I do see Nas going way down, way down. I think we're seeing at least another. I think I was seeing like another 40% dump, and this is what we were talking about a couple of days ago, last week. So from what we were speaking, yeah, I was seeing us getting another basically a 45% drop, 7K ish to Nas. It's gonna get scary. It's spooky. So, anyways, guys, I think indices it might just be boring today. We'll see. I would set my alerts above this high, above any new structure, whether it's this one or this one. We're gonna get this imbalance targeted at some point. Whether it's gonna be today, I don't know. But at some point in time, we are gonna get here. What I do say though, and what has, I think helped us avoid losses quite a bit is just being aware of the divergence between these correlated indices, right? Just seeing how they're moving, seeing, okay, what gets to the point of where I first, what gets to last, do that, and we're good to go. All right, cool. Yeah, keep anything you guys need, just let me know in the chat. I got you. I'm paying attention here. Let's see here. All right. So outside of this, for those of you that did trade majors and you bought against the dollar, we were looking at GU. That's what we had in mind here. Since we're not on Go Live, what prop firms do you recommend? LOL. Y'all are funny. I don't recommend any prop firms. There's some that I use for my personal usage. But recommendations, this guy's hilarious. BTC as well. BTC, I definitely see. I see, just like NAS can hit 7K, I think Bitcoin can do the same thing. Yeah, for sure. I can share what I have experience with. So I have good experience with FTML. I have good experience with my Forex funds. I have good experience with Funded Trading Plus. That's about it. Like that's what in Funded Trader, that's what I've experienced with. That's what I'll say there. Yeah, they're funny. So, all right, and guys, I want to go over some behavior here, and we spoke about this. NZD USD was ranging for a week, like sideways movement, squeezing within like 60, 70 pips. So the longer the market squeezes, the bigger the move that follows. And as soon as we had London session hit, and then it was just drop. So we had this meltdown here. Expected directionally, I had no entries. I wasn't looking to participate, But risk to reward wise, something that I think is really cool for you guys to keep in mind, and this is a good thing to understand. And I'll go back. I'm actually going to show you guys something as well, because we took advantage of this last week. But the longer something is squeezing, the bigger the volatility. So in those kind of circumstances, that's when I consciously extend my reward, because volatility is coming. So I will extend my reward. I use no indicators. Do you have a Telegram? I have a Telegram, sure. How does one get in? Can you drop my link in the chat? The Telegram? Oh, yeah. Appreciate you. Shout out Nats for doing things that she doesn't want to do. Putting her on the spot to do stuff. So, the example. Now we had a massive, guys. This was such an epic sell that we were waiting for last week, and we sold off US 30 last week. Where is this one? Is it right here? Yeah, I think it's this one. So last, to give you guys some example of what was going down, last week we had this one setting up. Right there. So we'll go in one. It was on Go Live too, so there's documentation that we had. This was what was going to happen. So we spoke about this. We're waiting for the market to get into this zone in particular, right? We had that orchestrated push to the upside, and then imbalance, the market just dropped, died. Okay. So we have sideways movement, and it's just ever so slightly giving us higher highs. So, you know, a traditional retail pattern would consider this a channel, right? This is creating kind of a channel. So you're seeing something like this happen, right? You're seeing the market just do something like this. So you have a channel going on. So what is this doing? This is luring in buys on top of buys on top of buys on top of buys on top of buys. And this is luring in equally sells and sells and sells and sells. So eventually we get something like this. And we were waiting and we were waiting. Now remember, we took US 30 over S&P and over NASDAQ. Why? NASDAQ got into this price, right? Into this kind of setup. It got into there way early, like on New York Open. S&P got to this area that we were looking for, like the same setup, around like 11:30. US 30 still wasn't there. Still pushing, still pushing, still pushing. And then finally, the market got to this level. All right. And this is where we took sells. And you had to be patient. You really had to be patient. And eventually we got the beautiful push here. Here's where people started to get lured in for the sells. Right here again. Why? We have equal highs, resistance. It's been going up for so long. It's got to drop eventually, right? And then, all right, then it wicks into here. Okay, right? So we see this one go down. Market comes into the zone, drops a little bit. And then we get this, right? So we start seeing this equal highs, equal highs, equal highs. One last push up. And then off she goes. So at this point in time, right, we got our entry. Very stop for a US 30 sell, like the stop loss was insane. So at this time, all right, it was Friday. No, it was Thursday evening. You know, later in the day, New York session volatility was starting to, you know, diminish normally. But what do we have here? We have an insane amount of liquidity. The market had been just aggressively pushing up, or in a steep way. Like it was just like going. You see how like the market doesn't like slowly go up; it's just very inclined. So when you see something like this, the market is ranging. It's like an ascending. It's an ascending channel. So this is still squeezing them. This is just building up buyers on top of buyers on top of buyers on top of buyers. And what happens? When you see something like this, just like how you see consolidation sideways, and then it drops aggressive, similar situation here. When this happened, guess what? What confirmation did you use for this trade? I was selling off of a leftover buy. So if you go to here, go here again. If you go to this level over here, this was the scenario. These equal highs got cleared out. This was a news event. Market pushes up a minute beforehand, and then it just melts. So there was this buy open, and that's what we came for. So we sold off of that buy. Obviously, we took into consideration. Damn, I just totally lost my spot. We took into consideration structure, divergence with other indices, and so we ended up taking that sell, and it was awesome. Man, I really just lose that spot. Sucks. All right, here we go. So then we got a lot of volatility that followed because of how much it was building up. So the lesson that I'm trying to give you guys here is when you do see a long build up, a natural just like squeeze in the market, that's where you can give yourself a little bit more reward because there's incentive for volume to follow. So, some instances, maybe you're trading 2-to-1s, 3-to-1s, 5-to-1s, whatever. You can adapt to the market environment. So when I saw something like this, I'm like, let me give myself a little bit of room to let the market move. All right. Confirmations. Yeah, that was a nice night. Esta venta mi broker fue un gran stop loss. ¿Qué opinas de la variación de precio entre brokers? Ahí es un poco complicado porque depende de la situación. Tienes que tomar conciencia sobre la información en TradingView y en tu broker. Entonces siempre ve los dos, ambos. All right, guys. So what are we seeing? Indices squeezing right now. S&P sideways movement. People are getting lured into these buys right now. I would not buy. You will not catch me participating in any of this. And so yeah, your boys. So let's take a little look at Bitcoin. The Bitcoins. Let's see here. Bitcoin said, I'm out, man. Bitcoin pieced the fuck out. I'm not on Go Live. That's right. It's lit, dude. I can just talk my shit in here. Damn. This is what freedom feels like. Mike, te sigo hace años y he aprendido mucho de ti. Gracias. So yeah, right now, I mean, guys, similar fashion. Let's say you positioned yourself in like this is prime example. Prime example of the market. We had liquidity building up here on the retail buyer side, and we had a lot of money squeezing here on the retail seller side. So there's this kind of squeeze, right? And this wasn't a lot. So this was a couple days, right? So you about to have almost 2 days worth of that movement. And finally, right now it's going through. Here's the thing. I would not be surprised if we come back. Wouldn't be surprised if we come back eventually. As we zoom out a little bit, we are getting this nice little distro. Market's pushing, doing its thing. Overall, on the 4-hour, we got this nice sell-off from earlier in the month, but right now we're still bullish on the 4-hour. So unless we get below these lows and we hold those lows, I'm not talking about a wick, but we actually hold beneath that structure. Unless that happens, I'm still not convinced on the big picture. I'm not fully convinced on the crypto drop off. Now, I'm out of the market right now. Like I'm out of crypto. Looking at what indices are doing, and I already think we saw the highs for the year in indices, or at least for a while. Who knows? So that kind of makes me lean towards crypto doing the same thing. Now, again, I could be wrong. Always. What the fuck do I know? But, you know, so for me, if I'm looking at indices and I'm like, all right, I think this is good. I think this is like we saw the local highs. Then I think crypto can do the same thing. Now it might come back up again, but I don't have absolute proof. But I'm always up for profits. So I took what I wanted to take from the market at around, I think it was around like 24 or something. It was a little bit earlier. Where were we? Yeah, right over here. Yeah, around 24. So I missed out on a little bit, I guess, but that's okay. So, anyways, right now we're seeing price push down. Would not be completely surprised if we get to a little under 23K. Maybe we can push a little bit further. It just depends. But at the same time, here's the thing. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. How many times have we seen something like this that's happening right now? And then all of a sudden, we get something like this. Right? How many times have we seen that happen? Come on. Y'all know. So we could be seeing a movement like this where we cleared these lows. For whatever reason, market wants to come back. It could. I don't know. So right now, I'm not really married to any ideas. I'm just paying attention. There was a selling opportunity here, though, right? I think you got this, right? You caught this sell? Yes. You caught this sell? Yes. So we had this push here. What you got? Okay. This one? This one. Oh, you caught this one here. Correct. But this is what I'm looking for now. This here? Yeah. I already think this went down. It might, I don't know. But I just wouldn't get in since I'm not 100% convinced. But look at how price, right, cleared those highs. Cleared these highs here. Made lows. Came right back. Just tapped this and then melted. Now, if you look at the crypto market cap, huh? Okay. So this to me looks like it's mitigated. It's done its thing, ran its course. But what we can do is we can look at the total market cap. This is something that I'm always looking at. I like to know kind of what's going on in the market here. And when you look at the total market cap, it was a clear indication, right? Here was the push to the upside. Market came down, pulled back, closed out these buys, and then it was a send. Full send. 730 hit, drop. So honestly, you could look at Bitcoin, and cryptos actually gave the bear signals more clearly than indices, I would say. No, Juan José Zapata, no. Yo no estoy comprando criptos ahorita mismo. So, yeah, I mean, total market cap looks super clean for the sells. Total 2, excluding Bitcoin, it kind of left without even your entry. Same thing with total 3. So right now, it seems like if we look at the market, we zoom out a little bit. When you look at structure, you have total heading to a trillion again, right around here. You have total 2, it's a little bit higher in structure, and total 3, that's also a little bit higher. So, market's working its way down. Like I said, 4 hour still bullish, but 1 hour had that kind of has been giving us lower lows and lower highs. So we might come and look for these imbalances before something else. If not, then we'll see. So do you think dollar is completely bullish now? I'll show you. We're gonna get technical. All right, if we're gonna get technical, when I saw this here, when on the daily we had price clear these lows, get to the down to drop all the way over here, fill some imbalance, play off of this structure, and then we got these 4 hour breaking structures and we shifted momentum here. And when the weekly, because you see how it pushed down here, this lured a lot of sellers in. When the market cleared these lows and then played off of this, because we actually took a sell here, and it did this, but then continued. Oh yeah, this to me was like, okay, we're bullish for sure. We're running. Because the incentive that what this drop did, it wasn't to make lower lows. This was to liquidate buyers and incentivize sellers into the market. That was the whole purpose behind this movement. So when you look at the weekly and then you see, okay, well, price didn't really stay down here. It just came to say hi, to some price over here, and then it's been running. So could we continue and work our way up? Yeah, I think that's a possibility. I'm curious to see what happens from here, because at the end of the day, the reason that's why I prefer intraday trading, because I can play off of these zones and stay within range. When it comes down to the investing side of things, where you're looking for bigger positions, portfolio, crypto, actual stocks, metals, whatever, it is different, right? And you do want to consider the bigger picture and kind of see what's going on with the market. So right now, 4 hour bullish daily, technically, we're still, we're still pushing down. But right now, I'm just curious to see what the market's going to show us, like what is really in store here, because here's where we had our low, our lower high, our lower low. So if we get structure, if we get above this high and we actually sustain price action there for a bit, then overall, yeah, dollars might be bullish. So I'll just wait and see. Do you use SMC, brother? Smart money comp. I mean, yeah, my mindset is like I trade like kind of narrative. What's the narrative of the market? Understanding like Wyckoff principles. So whatever you want to call that, sure. All right, cool. Yeah, it's just Friday. Like we don't got to be doing this for too long. USD CAD. Can I check it? Sure. What do you want me to check? So, look, I had points of interest, but I didn't get any further confirmations for reversals here to do anything. So I just didn't do anything. So I'm not really trading anything there. Have I ever held swing positions during the weekend? In my 7 years of trading, yeah. But I don't really swing trade anymore. I'm kind of just in and out. I trade indices more than anything, so I'm not really, yeah, I'm kind of chilling most of the time. What's my opinion of it? I think you have to understand your personality when you're trading. Like you don't have to trade how I trade to be successful. You don't even have to trade the same type of strategies or entry strategies. None of it. I think you need to understand yourself more than anything. If you do that, then you're catering to your natural skill sets. So I think that's the most important thing with trading. I would say, considering how we're programmed and raised now, considering the technologies that we have, most people are probably better suited for intraday trading, if in like scalping, because the natural way people think and the attention span is so short. So you're not really fighting against anything that way. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wrap up the at least on the chart side of things. I'm kind of done here. But on top of everything else, I mean, what's good with y'all? I'll do Q&A here for like 8 minutes, and then I'll kind of wrap it up. I think this is like my first actual live stream on YouTube, live trading stream on YouTube. Yeah, crazy man. I've been live trading through streams since 2017. That was the first time on YouTube. Que es lo más importante que I'm using a Sony A7 III, bro, and then I just plugged it into my computer. Sony A7 III, I got you. Oh, if I was a legit YouTuber, I'd have an Amazon link and shit already. I'd have it in the description and shit. Yo. ¿Qué es lo más importante que tiene que aprender un trader primero? ¿En qué te centrarías y si empezarías de nuevo? The most important thing, lo más importante sería inteligencia emocional. So the question was, what's the most important thing? Private group, just shoot me a message on Instagram, man. Here's my Instagram. Shoot me a message there and I got you. Chin Thaka Vaznayake. That's a cool name. Where are you from? So yeah, number one thing, if I were to start all over again, I would focus 100% on my belief systems and my emotional intelligence. That's the number one thing, because like we're programmed to fuck this up. like I said, we're born to trade and we're born to win and we're raised to fail, to lose in the trading space. So you have to rewire yourself. There's just so much limiting belief systems, whether it's money, your skill sets, like so much. It's actually insanity. But it requires experience, repetition. I don't necessarily think time is what gets you good at this. It's just evaluation, experience, changes, documentation. Sri Lanka, no way. We have traders out there. That's so cool. I know Siva, who's on here. He's from Sri Lanka. Well, I think his family's from Sri Lanka. Let's see. Yo, chill, homie. Chill. Relax. Someone asked, Mike, una pregunta sobre crecimiento. He logrado ser rentable, tener mis cuentas fondeadas, retirar mis profits. ¿Qué sigue luego? Cumplimiento, bro. Estar feliz. Viaja, experiencias nuevas. Depende de lo que tú quieres. Pregúntate eso. ¿Qué es lo que realmente quieres? What laptop do you use? I'm on a MacBook Pro. Nothing, just, I'm not using a super cool gaming laptop. I travel so much, so this is kind of perfect for me. Is it good to trade all majors or just 2 to 3? Also, by the way, awesome question, guys. Love it. But I would say it's scenario based. I'm not particular to a specific major, and forex trading is probably like 5% of my trades. Indices are the grand majority. But I trade based on, like, if, for example, you see similar setups across AUD and NZD USD, or across, against the dollar or for the dollar, I'm trading based on divergence and correlation. So if I look at them and, okay, I'm going to be at here. Let's say EU is in zone, but GU is still waiting almost at the point of interest. I'm going to take GU. Con el curso de psicología del trading arreglamos eso. En verdad ayuda demasiado. El curso no te hace el cambio, tú haces el cambio, pero el curso te abre los ojos. Y tengo pues otros 90 videos de psicología en Go Live ahí. Camera link, where's the camera link? There's nothing here. I don't think it dropped anything in the chat. Oh, I don't know if you can drop a link in the chat. Hold up. Let me make you I think I can promote you like moderator or something. Add as much. Here you go. I think you're good to go now. Met you in the summit in Mexico City. Mexico is amazing, man, for so many reasons. Are you still building on the business side? Hell yeah. When I trade, I feel that I have emotions, but don't have creative fear. How do I find out? How do I find out to work on it? Remember, the key isn't to be emotionless. The key is to understand your emotions, right? The key is to, like, I hear this all the time, and I don't necessarily agree with it, but I hear like, oh, you have to trade no emotions, trade like a robot. That's not possible. What makes us human are our emotions. The idea is just to understand, like, all right, what is this? You know, why do I feel this way? Where does it come from? And also feeling something, right? Feeling something isn't necessarily your truth. Right? You can feel without becoming, without taking action upon those things. So, you know, when you're feeling greed or fear, okay, that's okay. Acknowledge it. All right, cool. I want more money. Okay, that's fine. Why? Why do I want more money right now? And then you look at your situation. Okay, well, it's because I don't have much, maybe. Well, why don't I have much? Where does that come from? You know. So remember, the market. You're not the market. What it pays you today isn't supposed to change your life, right? It's not. You get paid, like, you want to get paid on building habits, not so much stacking money. Because once you've built enough habits and your core discipline is just following your trading plan, then the money comes because it has no choice. Right? You want to give the market no choice but to pay you because of what you do, not because of what you want. Curso de Psicología está en Go Live, en la sesión favoritas. Awesome. Diego Alves 26. Mike, si pudieras elegir una sola sesión de psicología de tu canal, man, one video from my psychology session. Fuck, man. Un video, dude. I don't know. I'd have to get back to you. I'm 28. Or was I 25? 25 or 26. Trading the Matrix is very fire. Yeah. Good questions, guys. Well, look, anyways, right now, I do believe Go Live is good to go. So with that being said, if you are on here and you are a student of ours, then now is the time where you're going to want to oh, I thought Sibyl was on right now, but he's on in an hour. Okay, cool. I'll chill with you guys for a little bit more. If y'all got questions coming, I got answers for you. Collab with Mike Miles on trading psychology. That's actually really a good idea. Never really done that, huh? That's a good idea, man.
Every 7 years.
Once every 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys like this YouTube thing? Should I do this like once a week or something? What's up, Siva? Y'all need to run a podcast, no cap. For sure. Man, I'm getting that a lot with different people. I don't know if I can do that many podcasts, but at least one, right? Also, guys, every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, I do host some trading value. And so if you are in my Telegram, did I pin that message? I know you dropped it somewhere in here at some point. Did you drop the Telegram link in here?
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe I wasn't.
No, yeah, you don't think you did that. Yeah. You should probably do that. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'll drop the Telegram link here in the chat, guys. We do go into some rabbit holes. But those Monday 9 p.m. Eastern sessions, and Siva, actually, I need to have you on that because I just started doing that. But yeah, I mean, it's free. And then we just go in tomorrow or Monday. This Monday, we'll have Tyrone Foster. He's been trading for about almost 10 years now. So he's a beast. We don't have the same trading approach on a technical level, but on the mindset level, we do have a lot in common. So we're going to be going over into this stuff. Usually we do about like 350 people on those sessions. So it'll be pretty sweet. Siva, I'll probably have you locked in later in March. But my mindset is like this. And here's something that, look, being in the trading community since 2015, traders can have some fucking ego, dude. Like traders really like to get into their ego. And the Telegram link is pinned at the top. I believe Nancy here has it pinned. And look, just because you trade a certain way and it works for you, it doesn't mean like you're the best. It doesn't mean that yours is the only way. I know, honestly, being real, I've seen more support and resistance traders withdraw money than smart money traders. Just being 100. Like based on the discords and the funded of these firms discords and seeing the payouts, honestly, I think I've seen more just like basic trading. And the reason being is I believe that people who trade with Wyckoff approach, smart money, people who trade like that, I think the analysis, obviously, in the narrative, I mean, you have it on point. But I think what comes with these understandings is overconfidence, ego, and then all of a sudden you create a new barrier. So sometimes people just keeping it simple, get it done, or also now that you understand these principles, we start to extend our risk reward to levels that just aren't very probable. So yeah, that's something that I would say. 100%. Ego is the enemy. 100%. And I've been there. I've had streaks like, so for example, I went like 10 or 11 days without losing here in February. And I knew a loss was coming. Like you can't. And so my risk stayed the exact same. Right. I was trading fine. There was no fear. I was doing everything I was doing normally. And then the loss came. And that loss came, funny enough, because I just measured a mitigation wrong. So a market came into my zone, reversed like 70 points or something. And then it came back into the zone. I didn't get in the first time, but I got in the second time. And that second time, the money wasn't going to back that trade anymore. So then I got stopped. So that was an error. That's okay. On average, how many trades do you take in a month? I take on average around 40 to 45 trades a month right now. Yeah. I mean, I can look at the accounts. Hold on, I'll tell you. I'll tell you how many trades I've taken in February so far. So I've taken 27 so far in this month. Huh? Really? That's actually seems weird. Yeah. All right, cool. Yo, I appreciate everybody that's live and hopping on here. It's pretty cool to have this. And I think this is where I should say YouTube stuff, right? Subscribe, like, and all that shit. What has been the hardest thing you've gone through as a trader? The hardest thing I went through as a trader? I think the hardest thing was getting to a point where you were seeing consistent results. No, not even. The hardest thing was sometime in 2017. There's like two moments that stand out to me. Sometime in 2017 where my charts were really good, but my account was not, and I didn't get it. I was like, how come these charts are looking good? How come I'm taking these entries? Like, I feel like I'm a savage, I'm a savage, but like, I'm not making money. What's going on? And that's when I realized you can be a good analyst and be a terrible trader. And that was happening because my risk percentage was inconsistent. I didn't have like a concrete plan. I was kind of just winging it. So the markups were good, but the trading wasn't. So I wasn't managing my trading like a business. I didn't have inventory over every aspect of what I was doing. So that was one of the biggest things. I only trade New York session. I don't trade London. If I was in Europe, maybe I'd trade London session. But what's something you're still working on overcoming right now? I think there's just discipline. I think that's the number one thing. I'm saying pretty disciplined, but there's always room. There's always room. Like lot sizes and risk percentage, all that's consistent. I don't overtrade. I don't chase trades. It's just getting even more refined in the things that I'm already doing. And some things you just have to, build evidence with. You just more repetition gives you different angles, different perspective. So that's a good place to do that. Where's the best place to bulk sell NFTs to someone you know for low fees on ETH network? On ETH network, shit, man, I could tell you on Sol, but on ETH, man, I don't know. Yo, Kevin. Kevo. I'd have to get back to you, bro. I don't remember the name. I can see it, but I don't remember the name of the website. I have failed you. But yeah, I'll get an answer for you though. I'll just shoot you a text. But yeah, something I'm working on. I think it's just discipline, man. I think that's for me the number one thing is that obviously there's always more that you can learn. But one thing that I've realized is a lot of people, including myself, I found like you want to refine your strategy, right? But there gets to a point where you need to allow your own approach to the market. You need to give yourself 50, 100 trades to find out if what you actively are doing actually works well. And so clearly that's been the case for the last 4 or 5 years, and there's always refinement. But it was interesting because a couple months ago I found a new trade setup. Like I've only really traded one setup for a long time, and then I found a different setup, and I'm like, yo, this is so cool. So like it kind of blew my mind that 6 years into trading at that moment, I was like, oh, this is a whole different approach. It's similar, but that was like, okay, there's still room. There's more setups that I could take. So it's pretty. So that was pretty cool. But more than anything, I think it's just doing more of the things I've been doing. Yeah. What other sources do you use to get contents about mindset, discipline, and mind related stuff? I mean, honestly, I listen to people who make a lot more money than me. So that's really the only people I listen to. So here, YouTube is a great place. There's different, I would say you want different mentors for different things. Spiritual concepts, you have certain people. Like I love Bob Proctor, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton, Neville Goddard, right? You have that lane of people. Bible, like I'm not religious, but there's some value there. Myron Golden, he's got some value. He's a cool rhythm of spirituality and business entrepreneurship. So it's pretty dope, honestly. And then for like business entrepreneurship, Alex Hormozy, goated, the best. And people like Tom Bilyeu, Adam Milet, just different reasons, different people for different things. Trading psychology, I mean, you have Dr. Van Tharp. I listen to, you know what, lately I've been listening to people who are managing like 7 figures in funding or who have been withdrawing 6 figures. I've been listening to some podcasts and just like, all right, what are these? How are they thinking? How are they feeling? Just to kind of see where people like, at the levels that I want to listen to. Because I don't care if you've withdrawn once or twice. Like I don't really give a shit. Just because like anybody can do that off of a good trade. But when you have withdrawn, you know, 10 times in a year, that's not a fluke, my friend. So when you're withdrawing, you have 100 withdrawals in the last 5 years, 10 years, whatever. All right, like that's something you want to understand the mindset behind that person. And what you're gonna realize is it's usually not complicated thoughts. People are just doing the right things. What do I think about weed? What do I think about smoking weed? It's dope. It's cool, man. Like do it. It's different for everybody. I never ever smoke in the morning or in the evening really. But at night, after I'm done with all my everything I gotta do, I think it's a good time. I'd rather smoke than drink any day of the week. Not every day of the week, but any day. Spoilers for for trading packages like forex and everything. If I could tell you, I would, but I can't. What are you most excited about for the rest of the year? Nancy and I are looking to get some property. I'm pretty hyped on where that's gonna be. Like where that's gonna be, I'm pretty hyped on. So we're looking to do that. We're kind of, it could literally be, I don't even know what continent yet. So we're not too far there. At some point we'll probably figure out where we're gonna get married as well. So that's pretty cool. Pretty hyped on that. And then just scale up these account balances. Really hyped on that. And then we have some cool stuff coming, educational wise, and for the company and everything. So there's a lot. There's just so much. So I'm hyped. I mean, do I live in Vegas or in Miami? I live in neither. It depends. Right now, I don't live in either of those places. I am actively in the moment right now. I am in Chicago. Uh, Thursday we'll be in Portugal, and then a few days later we'll be in Amsterdam, and then I don't know where we're going from there, but then Orlando, and then from there something, and then Mexico, and then I don't know what else happens. We'll see. But where do I live? It just depends on the week. Any books I recommend? I would say right now, based on the audience that I have right here, I would say read Emotional Intelligence 2.0. That's a good one. And that you can apply it to anything. You don't need to do a lot. Like, it's funny enough, I literally have a stack of 4 books in front of me right now to hold this camera because our tripod is not with us right now. And I'm looking at this, and I've read these books, some of these. Actually, I read all of these, but not fully. But you don't need a lot of books. You probably need just one book specific to where you're at right now, and just really embody the information of that book. Less is more for sure. And don't read books. Study books. Would you make a scanner? It's in the works. No fumen cuando vayan a meter un trade porque van a meter 100 notas.
Don't be too slow to press the button.
Too slow to even hit the button. How do I really improve my back testing? I think what are you documenting? So when you're back testing, the question really is, what are we looking for, right? So for example, here I'll show you guys something. Here I am thinking I was gonna be done. Do we have to go somewhere soon? Do you have something to do? So do we have to go somewhere soon? All right. So for example, in the trading desk here, we have a backtesting section. And if you notice, right, we're backtesting different things. So most people only backtest entries, but you can backtest entries, exits, how you're risking your money, under what circumstances, how you're managing trades, how you're trailing your stop, when do you go break even, when do you take partials. So here are the main things that I would consider, so, what day, time are you trading? What was the asset class? What direction? And then what is the type of setup that you're taking? So actually, I should add that here. I'll add this here in a second. And then you want to have your notes, like what's the risk reward outcome of what you're doing? You want to get feedback based on what you're doing. So you are just building this. You're like basically using the scientific method to understand what it is that you're backtesting. So most of the time, people just backtest their entries. And you don't want to look to just have your idea, your concept makes sense. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you want to not just qualify your idea that you're backtesting, but you also want to disqualify it. You want to find, okay, what would make this not work? And then that's why we have this, we created this because most people just don't have a place. They just didn't know. They had, one, not consistent with documentation, and two, didn't have anything under one place. And three, was like a physical copy, like handwriting a trading journal, which everything we do is online. So it just didn't make any sense. Please talk about reversal on indices, distribution or accumulation. What is your opinion about EA trading bot? That doesn't, it can mean anything. That can mean anything. It just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of shitty ones. There's some that are good. Those are very, 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 very rare. I would say do your due diligence. Yeah, I've never used a trading bot. I don't really have an intention to do that right now. But I mean, it's not that, it's possible. There's legit ones, but just do your research. I'll go and grab the trading desk. Oh yeah, I got you guys. Here's the link. Oh, I'm doing a 10K funded account giveaway. Totally forgot. If you guys didn't know that, you should definitely go do this. It ends today. So yeah, you guys should definitely check this out. I literally, like, how did I forget that? So if this is your first time seeing this, you might want a 10K account. So that'd be actually super sick. All right, there it is. Nance. I see you, Nance. Let me just pin this one now. Replace it. There's a trading desk if you guys want to scoop that up right there. Cool. Let me just stop sharing my screen. Let's see. Nancy, Mike, what are the keys to do daily content and when to improve quality? So I'll tell you what I've learned, and then I'll tell you what I am not good at, and then I'll tell you what people who actually are good at this tell me. So let me tell you the first thing, that first. The people who are actually good at content, who have the proof, the receipts, right? The hundreds of thousands of subscribers and just high production quality. First, you want to do a lot of videos because you want to just get good. So you want to know what you want to do, whether it's just, standing in front of the camera or sitting on a couch and speaking knowledge at a camera. But you want to just put out content in the beginning a lot because you need to get better. You need to learn how to speak. For example, I put out content and what I realized is I'm better at this. Like when I'm live, when I'm engaged, when I'm in motion, it's just more authentic. It's more real. I'm still like, I don't even realize it, but when I put the camera in front of me and it's like, okay, record and speak, I'm not as just like tapped in with the personality. So it's like you want to go through the motions first. So you want quantity first, and then over time, right, you get much better, and then you can start investing into the quality, whether it's the camera, whether it's the edits, you're doing it yourself or you have someone else doing it. and then you want to start scaling. So the first thing is, I'd say don't think too much about it in terms of having it be perfect. Like Nance mentioned, plan ahead. Have something that triggers you to make the content. For me, it's easier to have one, like, sit down and just make like 7-10 videos. And then if I do that for a couple days and a couple different outfits and stuff like that, then all of a sudden you have a nice flow and you can start putting things out. But yeah, that's how we go. This is a trading, I'm working trading content. But but yeah, good question. So yeah, guys, get that trading desk there, and then definitely go ahead and go for the giveaway. So hopefully one of you guys here win it, and that will be announced. I think I'll know by tonight, and then I'll probably announce it tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. But anyways, guys, much love to y'all, and I'll catch you again soon. Appreciate you all. We'll do this again.